So should everyone privileged to be in the stadium this morning. Liverpool had the better of the league meetings last season, but the cup final has left them with a score to settle. That was their last defeat.
Well, just quoting that, I wonder. Just had a look at Dennis Irwin. As soon as kick-off went, who's he right beside? Steve McManaman. I wonder, is he going to mark him that tightly all game? Is he going to try and track him?
Roy Evans will tell you they can play better than they have been doing. Matteo wasn't sure then with James, and nervously concedes the corner. He's playing against Manchester United for the first time, Dominic Matteo.
That was a difficult area. It was never big enough to be David James's ball comfortably.
James comes as he did in the cup final. The ball breaks loose as it did in the cup final, and Beckham can't quite do what Cantona did at Wembley.
Well, there were a lot of bodies between David Beckham and the goal. He chose a difficult option. I think it was the right one. No surprise in David James coming that far. But look how many bodies between...
Barnes. Collingwood trying to get it back to Barnes. Solskjaer. And David James has committed himself. Ball breaks loose. Popoborski. Matteo got back. James has got back. And David Ellery didn't stop the game.
It's not a great ball back now. Out he comes. Goalkeeper comes all the way. There's a touch and there's the goalkeeper. Got a good block on the ball. Yes, he did make contact with Solskjaer, but that certainly came after the ball was cleared. Solskjaer gets there first. Now, had he got it over the goalkeeper, then there would have been a question for David Ellery to answer.
Solskjaer, who loves to shoot from any angle, he had to really swivel.
I think this is the way through for Manchester United. The ball played into the edge of the box, people running off it. Certainly no great height. I think that's a bit more like it when you're playing against a side that they want to pass the ball about, they're looking comfortable. They want players to be in there rattling them, making life uncomfortable for them.
That's certainly what happened in the cup final, Andy, when Roy Keane was very effective to the detriment of Liverpool. But here's Solskjaer. And Beckham is there!
Straight from David Beckham. Slightly against the run and play, but nonetheless the strike to admire. It's just a big hopeful clearance. Solskjaer does ever so well, you know. He kept his eye on the ball brilliantly. His control was wonderful. And when he was looking for a little bit of help now as it breaks away from him, well, who was on the scene but Beckham? And you might be 6'5" and sprawling across your goal, but you're not going to save this. This was gloriously struck. You just don't save them, David James, I'm sorry. What a goal.
Berger.
Oh, what a wrong option that was. Stiging Bjorneby made a wonderful run up the left-hand side. Gary Neville had been attracted into Berger. Any ball just slipped through to him. Totally free. As they work the ball across, Berger comes inside for the first time, and just on his left here. You see where Gary Neville is, he's attracted right to him.
And again, McManaman's in. Well, if there is a weak point in his game, and we've pointed it out enough in the past, and he's perhaps not the most natural finisher. He's made to scurry then. Maybe with his strength and skill. Barnes, good pressure from Manchester United. Matteo, Liverpool not changing their style, not being too ruffled. They maintain possession and then. Well, Pop looks at the referee. Berger kept his concentration on the ball. That's a tremendous tackle by David May.
I think Nicky Buck felt that Patrick Berger just a little pull at his shirt as they were both running for the ball. And he might well have been the case. As he lets the ball run here, there he just pulls him back there. I think he did do that. And he was always looking to take May on.
Barnes.
Trying to defend John Barnes. Hard to look at this pitch and think how many bobbles the ball might take. Certainly that one might just have sat up a little for him.
There's all times, doesn't he, Nicky Buck, who's with the under-21s at 10 o'clock at night on Tuesday. Bjornevik. And McManaman's free! And he's wondering quite how Liverpool haven't equalised here.
And I'm wondering why he hasn't headed that. I have to say, he's chosen that volley. A difficult skill, well, no, it's there, I thought, from a better angle, to be met by the head and really test the goalkeeper. But by letting it drop for the volley, he was forcing him wider and making the angle more acute.
Holding by Irwin on McManaman. Now Liverpool would love an equaliser before half-time.
Right, he's going to go from here.
He does, and off the wall. Really a corner.
Yeah, I think the Liverpool fans here on the left of the picture, as you see it from there, with the net rippling, they thought it was in. The noise was the Manchester United fans mocking them.
Couldn't control it then, and Collymore seized on the ball as it came loose and couldn't force it past Schmeichel. Well, Manchester United seemed very much to be on the back foot there, almost caught by the miscalculation from McManaman. Paul Scholes was taking his tracksuit top off. Mathieu, to make sure he didn't miss that, because Solskjaer got in behind him, and now Solskjaer for drive!
It was what a corner. To be fair, David Elliott doesn't have the best sight of that. I think that's what he's saying to Cruyff. From where the referee is, he can't really see this. As Cruyff just gets in, I mean, it's faintest touch from the goalkeeper.
McAteer. Comes in now doing the chasing. And bringing down McAteer. Manchester United captain's being called across by David Ellery.
Well, you can't fault his determination to get back in, but you can see from that tackle, no intent in winning the ball.
Liverpool free kick. Barnes falls straight at Schmeichel, for which the goalkeeper was profoundly grateful. His kick was searching towards Solskjaer.
Now, there are a lot of teams that Manchester United would quite happy to be 7 points behind. Liverpool aren't one of them.
Beckham, and it needed saving. James was able to see it all the way. But he's such a clean striker of football, David Beckham.
Well, not half. He was from Derby a little earlier in the season. He hit one, well, a little bit nearer than that, but
Cantona. Down he's caught. Barnes. Collymore can take it on. Good play from the referee as well as from Liverpool. McManaman. Well, it got beyond Schmeichel and beyond the post. And also Schmeichel's Berger.
He's having a word with Dennis Irwin. Yeah, Peter Schmeichel's out showing Dennis Irwin how to defend because he's really annoyed. I think it takes him by surprise. When Dennis Irwin gets himself in a decent position, it might well have just been drilled straight through his legs here. It was, yeah, straight through Dennis Irwin's legs. Not a lot you can do about that, I'm afraid, as a defender.
Collymore. McAteer's cross, and Berger's header.
Great ball, good header, and very good save. What a flowing break that was. Just wondered if they get enough bodies in the box. They certainly did that. Not an easy header for Berger under a bit of pressure. But Peter Schmeichel made sure that near post was firmly closed.
Collymore looking for the run of McAteer. Well found. Liverpool Pushing men on for the cross. Collymore took it very well. Great block by Schmeichel. The ball's not quite immediately in the goalkeeper's grasp. It is now.
Well, he did everything right, Stan Collymore. It was a difficult ball with control, but his first touch was excellent. Whipped in, he gets a great first touch in it, because his next touch from there can be a shot. But once again, how often are we going to see that man come out, spread himself like that, and the ball, like a magnet, is attracted to some part of his body? He does it too often to be called lucky, I tell you.
This is McManaman. Berger's made a run across, and Berger's in! And Schmeichel has done it again!
Now that's an incredible save. I tell you what, if you're not 6'5", you don't save that. He needed every inch. You see it's Gary Neville, the one who's tucked back. So he's played him on, and Berger just uses outside of the foot. He thinks it's past the goalkeeper.
Berger, still life in Liverpool. But we're in the dying stages of the game, and
that's a giveaway. Now he'll take his time. Better life, we won't be throwing this out quickly. Jason McAteer won't be happy. Plenty of time to have a look and play a pass. Right, bad. I'm surprised he's actually lost 3 tackles.
It's a major win for Manchester United. Not achieved in the classic way, but the smile says it all for Alex Ferguson. The champions closed the gap. Liverpool defeated for the first time this season. Manchester United send out their message. It was a Saturday morning goal from David Beckham back in the 23rd minute. It was enough, and it extends now the only unbeaten record in the Premiership. It's a great tonic for next week's trips to Turkey and Tyneside, and Peter Schmeichel certainly, yet again, a major figure in this particular story. United shares have been rising, so too now the team's stock in the league index. Liverpool have lost the match. Now we must wait to see whether later in the day they also lose their leadership. As it was in the cup final, it has been here today. Manchester United 1, Liverpool 0.